A new side effect of the pandemic is game rooms are popping up all along the Slaton Highway with reports of some illegal activities happening in those game rooms. KLBK's Grace Morris looked into the issue today. Now, are game rooms legal here in Texas?
Game rooms are legal in Texas, Terry, as long as they aren't giving out cash as a prize. But County Commissioner for Precinct 2 says that even though that's the case, some game rooms are still finding a way to hand out money. Game rooms are popping up all along the Slaton Highway. According to County Commissioner Jason Corley, at least 4 have opened up since the start of the pandemic alone. But game rooms are legal as long as cash isn't the prize.
When you go into a game room and play a slot machine or an 8-liner or something like that, there's no difference in you doing that, than there is your kid playing skee ball and getting tickets and then exchanging those for prizes.
But since game rooms are not regulated by the TABC, they are not forced to close at any certain time. And when bars were forced to shut down, game rooms started giving out free beers, attracting more customers and causing local residents COVID and traffic concerns.
There are just about as many cars there in the early morning, 6 to 8:30, as there are in the evenings.
But it's not just increased traffic that's caused the area problems.
I'm not convinced that even though game rooms are legal in the state of Texas across the board, I'm not sure that all the activities that are happening there are.
Corley says there's also been reports of some of these game rooms participating in illegal activities such as drug dealing, prostitution, or giving out cash as a prize, all of which can have a huge impact on the surrounding communities.
The poor just get poorer. Most of these game rooms can do $25,000 a month pretty easily, so that's a lot of money that just comes straight out of your economy. That's the money people pay their rent with, or spend on their kids.
Soon we're all hoping that some restrictions can be put in place soon to prevent any traffic accidents or illegal activity.
I hope to start with that we can set open and close times. I think that would make a tremendous difference, or could.
And going forward, Corley hopes that local government can work with game room business owners to make sure everything is above board.
If you have any illegal activity that may or may be going on inside of your establishment, please work to help us keep that from happening.
Police have been patrolling the area, Terry, and are on the watch for any illegal activity that may occur.